Thankfully, one man who agrees with me is trying to make this situation right. His name is Tom Tancredo. He's a Republican congressman from Colorado, 2008 presidential hopeful. Congressman, odds that dog is actually going to go and serve prison time in Mexico?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what to say the odds are. They're certainly probably no better than 50-50, but there is hope that I want to say tribunal, but I think it's actually more than 3 people. It's an appeals court down there to which this thing has now gone, this whole issue. There's hope that they will respond to pressure, public pressure, both from the United States and maybe even from Mexico. So that's what we're going to try. That's our last hope.
I have to tell you, everything, I mean, you and I have talked about this so many times before. Something doesn't smell right. There is corruption all around the border. We know there's corruption in Mexico. They set this guy up. They're saying that he was taking him across the border. That's what you would be charged with kidnapping, is taking him across the border. They had a roadblock at the driveway of the Mexican police station where Dog was taking Andrew Luster.
Right.
How is this not a total setup?
Yeah, certainly, there is great cause to believe that one of the reasons why some of the officials in Mexico were upset about this whole thing is that Andrew Luster was spreading a lot of money around the area, the town. It's not that they didn't know they had this guy down there. And what you have to say to yourself is, why isn't the Mexican government giving Duane Chapman a medal instead of trying to extradite him for, I think it's illegal detention. I think that's what the actual charge is. And because, of course, this was a rotten guy, this Andrew Luster. He's now serving 124 years in California penitentiary for 86 counts from aggravated rape, you name it.
Well, he was doing the same thing in Mexico that he was doing here in the United States. I mean, they found the knockout drugs. They found the videotapes. He was raping women in Mexico.
That's right.
At the same time. You're exactly right that they should give him a medal.
Yeah. So what's happening instead, I think, is that they are suggesting, the Mexican government, and this is all reading the tea leaves. Yeah. I can't be sure, but I think that it is this. We have requested from Mexico the extradition of several very, very dangerous and people who have committed murders in the United States, fled to Mexico. We have requested that they extradite them back, and they have actually responded in a couple of cases. Now there are a lot more out there, and the people that we actually got back, they're horrible people. I mean, you would think Mexico wouldn't want them in their country anyway. So I think this is sort of a thing saying, well, look, you've got somebody we want, and we want to see whether or not you'll respond to these requests for extradition like we have. Okay. But it's not the same thing because, of course, Duane "Dog" Chapman did something of value, really, to the Mexican for the Mexican government and bringing Andrew Luster to justice.
Okay, this story is very complex, but there is a way that the average person watching can help. There is a letter now going to Congress, and it's available, I believe, on your website where people can sign their name and say, "Stop the insanity, America. Do not extradite Duane "Dog" Chapman."
The letter is actually to the Mexican court. It is to the appeals court, and it's my understanding, I mean, we've talked with the lawyer for the Chapmans, we've made sure that this is all appropriate, that we're not doing anything that could harm him, that in fact, in this case, it could help. We are circulating, it's a dear colleague from me to my colleagues in the Congress of the United States, asking them to sign on to a letter to this appeals court saying, please drop the extradition. Look at the facts of the case, and we lay it out there. Yes, it is on my site, and then what we'll do is everybody that signs up, that gives us their name, we will then contact the congressman.
Okay, great.
I mean, that congressman, and say, sign the letter, and let's send it on.
Congressman, thank you very much. And the